Would you believe me if I said that the way you speak matters more than what you talk about? Because when I first started out, I had no idea on how to speak, how to articulate my thoughts, nothing. The moment this record button turned red, I would freeze up, I would forget my lines, I would get frustrated. लेकिन अभी मेरे पास एक ट्रिक है which helps me overcome everything else and speak like a pro. It's a trick called the mask method. And it's really simple. You don't need any fancy speaking skills to use that. You don't need a background in drama to use it. And like if you have stage fear, if you are afraid of cameras, everything will be fixed by this one trick. और ये ट्रिक पता है ना, ये ट्रिक पता है किन लोगों के लिए है? जिन लोगों को कॉन्फिडेंस की इश्यूज है. मैं तुम्हें इस वीडियो में ये नहीं सिखाने वाला कि यू शुड यूज योर हैंड्स मोर, यू शुड मूव अराउंड इन द स्टेज, और यू शुड पिक शॉर्टर वर्ड्स और टेक पॉजेज इन बिटवीन योर सेंटेंसेस. मैं ये सब नहीं सिखाने वाला इस वीडियो में. इस वीडियो में मैं सिखाने वाला हूं हाउ टू ओन द स्टेज. ओके, इमेजिन दिस. यू आर स्पीकिंग इन फ्रंट ऑफ अ क्राउड. Someone in the audience asks a very sharp question, very critical question that you don't know the answer to. तुम startle हो जाओगे, तुम डर जाओगे, and suddenly you're not the confident speaker anymore. Suddenly you're the nervous guy on stage who's just shaking in his pants or whatever. तो ये नहीं होने देना है तुम्हें, ये नहीं होने देना है. इस सिचुएशन में दो टाइप के लोग रहते हैं. One of them who are scared, and the second people who deal with that question even if they don't know the answer to it. Keep in mind, both of these people don't know the answer to the question, but they are dealing with it. The second person, what he does is, he smiles, he takes a pause and says, I'll get back to you on that. Or we'll talk about more about this later. वो ऐसे हैंडल करता है. तो अगर इस सिचुएशन में तुम्हें अगर सोचो कि पढ़ना ही नहीं है, तो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल यू हैव टू नो योर शिट वेल. कॉन्फिडेंस डज नॉट स्टार्ट विथ हाउ यू से थिंग्स. It starts with you knowing your shit. That's how confidence comes. क्योंकि अगर ये ट्रिक तुम्हें सक्सेसफुली यूज कर रहा है, so you have to know what you're talking about. So that is the first step. If you have 10 hours or let's say 10 minutes to prepare a speech, you have to spend the first 9 minutes knowing what you're going to talk about. What you're going to say does not matter. What you're going to say does not matter as much as knowing what you're about to say does. Get my point? I'll say it again. तुम क्या कहने वाले हो वो उतना मैटर नहीं करता जितना ये मैटर करता है कि तुम्हें उस बारे में कितना पता है. That is what matters. So first step is that. अभी तुम्हें अगर अपना टॉपिक पूरा पता चल गया, ठीक है, तुमने सारी रिसर्च कर ली है, तुम्हें सब पता है, ठीक है, तुम कॉन्फिडेंट हो चुके हो, लेकिन फिर भी अगर तुम्हारा ब्रेन ये कहता है कि आई एम नॉट कॉन्फिडेंट, आई एम नॉट मेड फॉर दिस, मेरे से नहीं होने वाला, तो सुनो ध्यान से, ये पिक्चर करो ना. थिंक अबाउट दिस. देयर आर टू वर्जन्स ऑफ यू. टू वर्जन्स. एक जो एकदम डर डर के रूम में घुसता है, ही स्लाउच, ऐसे मतलब पीठ ऐसे मुड़ा हुआ है, ही कैन नॉट स्टैंड स्ट्रेट, ही कैन नॉट लुक एनीवन इन द आईज. वन वर्जन ऑफ यू इज दैट. एंड द सेकंड वर्जन ऑफ यू is someone who walks into the room like he owns the place, stands up straight, looks at everyone in the eyes, makes eye contact, smiles, makes his point, and leaves. Both of those two versions of you exist, but the one you choose depends on you. Both of those two versions of you exist. फिर से सुनो, वो दोनों वर्जन एग्जिस्ट करता है because you just imagined in your mind, right? इमेजिन करो. whatever you can imagine you can create, whatever you can imagine you can do. just imagine this कि ये वर्जन तुम्हारा है who is very very confident. He is walking into a room, he is dressed well, he is standing up straight, he is making eye contact, he is smiling, he made his point, did not fumble his words, did not like. ऐसे ना तुम्हें ऐसे देख के पता चल सकता है कि who is confident and who is not. ऐसे देख के पता चल सकता है. so you have to make that mental choice कि डू आई वॉन्ट टू बी दिस पर्सन और दिस पर्सन. तुम्हें जितना भी अच्छे से तुम्हें टॉपिक पता हो, डजंट मैटर. यू हैव टू मेक द मेंटल चॉइस, द कॉन्शियस चॉइस. ये कॉन्शियस है, दिस इज नॉट अ सबकॉन्शियस थिंग, दिस इज वेरी वेरी कॉन्शियस. You have to make the conscious choice that मुझे आज ये वाला बंदा बनना है. I don't want to be this person who is like not even confident, who कोई देखेगा भी नहीं घूम के इसको, like मुझे ये बंदा आज नहीं बनना है. I want to be this person who grabs the attention of the people, who makes his point, stands up straight, and everything else he does perfectly. You have to imagine yourself in that position. So second step is that कि visualize yourself as the perfect version of you. Doesn't matter कि तुम्हारा कितना experience है. You're not a speaker, doesn't matter. Now you are. Imagine that. Visualize करो. ठीक है? So this is the second step. Now coming on to the third step. Third step and the final step is what I call the mask method. Mask method is a combination of the first step and the second step. So you know your stuff, you know what you're going to talk about, and you have visualized yourself as the perfect version of yourself. You have created the mask. It doesn't matter who you are or how bad or how good you are at speaking. When you've created the mask and you wear it good enough, people won't be able to tell if it's a mask or not. क्योंकि देखो, when you pretend nicely, pretend is a wrong word. When you fake it good enough, people don't know what is fake and what is real. Think about it. Think about it. क्योंकि ऐसे जब तुम कॉन्फिडेंस ऐसे तो ये झूठ नहीं है. दिस इज नॉट अ लाई. यू आर नॉट लाइंग अबाउट बीइंग कॉन्फिडेंट. यू आर बैकिंग इट अप. योर रिसर्च ऑन योर टॉपिक बैक्स इट अप एंड योर विजुअलाइजेशन ब्रिंग्स इट टू लाइफ. क्योंकि तुम्हारा रिसर्च तो भाई रिसर्च तो हर कोई कर लेगा. एवरीवन हैज गूगल नाउडेज. एनीबॉडी कैन डू रिसर्च. कोई भी बात कर लेगा किसी भी टॉपिक पे. बट द वे यू प्रेजेंट इट हैज टू बी डिफरेंट देन द अदर गाय हु हैज रिसर्च्ड एवरीथिंग. You may have someone in the audience who knows more than you, but you should have that confidence कि भाई this guy cannot cut me off. If you let someone cut you off, if you let someone startle you, you will fail. You will be that one nervous guy again. You don't want to be that. Okay, so the mask method is this. यही करना है भाई तुम्हें. ये 101% हर जगह काम करता है भाई. तुम अगर कम्युनिकेशन करना सीख गए ना, लाइफ में तुम्हें कुछ भी मिल सकता है. सो मास्क मेथड इज दिस. यू डोंट हैव टू बी इट, यू हैव टू फील लाइक इट. You don't have to be a good speaker, you don't have to be confident, you have to feel confident and you have to feel like you're a good speaker. Not just a good speaker, you're the best speaker there is on that stage on that day where you have to perform. और ये अगर स्टेज में ही यूज करना है तो स्टेज में तो यूज कर ही सकते हो. You can use it on other parts of life as well, like let's say a meeting or something, an interview, or maybe anywhere. This works anywhere. This has some criterias. I'll tell you the criterias. तुम्हें तो मैंने 3 steps बता दिए. Now I'll tell you the criterias. The criterias are you have a little bit of prep time. थोड़ा सा भी prep time अगर तुम्हारे पास अगर 20 मिनट भी तुम्हें अगर 30 मिनट्स भी चल ले लो, 30 मिनट्स भी तुम्हें अगर दे देंगे ना, so this should be your first priority कि मुझे 20 मिनट तक टॉपिक पे ही रिसर्च करना है. टॉपिक पे रिसर्च किया, विजुअलाइज किया अपने आप को. यू विजुअलाइज योरसेल्फ टॉकिंग अबाउट इट कि ठीक है, आई विल से दिस, आई विल से दैट, आई विल वॉक स्ट्रेट, आई विल मेक आई कॉन्टैक्ट, आई विल स्माइल, आई विल यूज माय हैंड्स, यूज माय बॉडी लैंग्वेज. यू थिंक अबाउट दैट, देन यू विल पुट ऑन द मास्क. द मास्क इज नॉट अ लाई. द मास्क is what your perfect version is. Nobody is perfect, remember that. Nobody is perfect, everybody is imperfect in some way or the other. लेकिन ये जो मास्क है ना, ये जो मास्क है, this is the mask of your perfect version. So when you put that mask on of your perfect version, you are nothing else other than perfect. Let nobody tell you otherwise. Got it? So that is the mask method. It's tried and tested. Try it out someday and let me know in the comments if you have any other video ideas. क्योंकि मेरा जो last video था वो बहुत ही ज़्यादा viral चला गया था. And thank you to you guys obviously. So बहुत सारे लोगों ने कहा था कि how do I speak properly, how do I like speak on camera and all that. So that's why I made this video. I hope you all enjoyed it and thank you.